Personal routine. Life is more than an adventure. Every day counts. This picture represents like sort of my life. I really love to talk with my friends, walk around the mountain, and eat a lot. So we are going to need the adverbs frequency to this part. The grammar structure is subject plus verb to be plus adverb frequency plus complement. Example: she isn't usually in bad mood. They are never pleased to see me. Then we have another structure. There is subject plus adverb frequency plus verb plus complement. For example, I always read before to sleep. Here we have like the percentage. We're going to represent like the adverb with a percentage. Always is like 100%, like most of the time, like something that always happen. I always talk to my mother. And 90% it's like usually. I usually call my aunt Senia, like the 80% of the time. Normally or generally, I normally go to the park. Often and frequently, we're going to represent with the numbers 70%. I frequently use my social media 50% of the time. Sometimes I sometimes forget important dates that always happen to me. I always forget like my friend's birthday, so it's complicated. 30% is occasionally. I occasionally go to the beach. 10% is like seldom. I seldom watch TV. 5% it's hardly ever or rarely. I rarely drink alcohol, and I never cook the dinner. It's so boring for me. Okay, when we talk about routines, it's important to have in mind the adverbs of frequency and the simple present. Well, simple present. It is used to describe habits, unchanged situations, general truth, and fixed arrangements. The simple present tense is a simple form. Just use the base form of the verb I take, you take, we take, they take. The third person singular takes an s as the end. This is really important. He takes, she takes, it takes. Well, for habits, he always drinks coffee for breakfast. She only eats fish. They normally watch TV at night. For repetitive actions or events, it rains every afternoon in the hot season. They rode to Monaco every summer. For general truth, the earth revolves around the sun. Her father is Canadian. For instruction or directions, open the packet and pour the content into hot water. For fixed arrangements, her boyfriend arrived tomorrow. With future construction, we will see you before you leave. They will give you to him when he arrives. Well, here we have some notes on the simple present in third person singular. In the third person singular, the verb always ends in s. He wants, she needs, he gives, she thinks. Negative and questions form use does, the third person of the auxiliary do, the infinitive of the verb. He wants ice cream. Does he want strawberries? He does not want vanilla. What we refer in here is that when we use the auxiliary in questions, we don't need to add an s in the verb because the auxiliary took that s. Let's say in that way. Verbs ending in j, the third person changes the j to is. Fly, flies, cry, cries. Exception if there is a vowel before the j. Play, plays, pray, prays. Add s to verbs ending in ss, x, ch, and sh. He passes, she catches, he fixes, it pushes. Okay, here we're going to have like a small routine of Elena Jimenez. That's me. Elena always wakes up around 5 a.m. She rides a bike for her town. After that, she has breakfast with her grandmother around 7 a.m. Later, she does her stuff like assisting her teacher in the online classes. At noon, she usually prepares lunch for her family and continues with her academic papers and responsibilities. By the end of the day, she watches one episode of her favorite series and she sometimes reads a Stephen King novel before to sleep. It's something well, there was a small description just to you to know, and you see like the third person that we use an s in the verb.